Imagine a world where the gods themselves shape the destiny of a civilization. A world where every temple and statue tells a story of power, adaptation, and transformation. This is the story of the Roman pantheon, a fascinating tale of how Rome adopted the gods of Greece and made them their own. The rise of Rome. Before Rome became the vast empire we recognize today, it was a small city-state. The Romans, surrounded by various cultures, like the Etruscans and Greeks, absorbed many influences over time. Early Roman religion was animistic, believing spirits inhabited natural elements like trees, rivers, and rocks. They worshipped these spirits through rituals aimed at appeasing them. However, as Rome expanded and came into contact with the Greek colonies in southern Italy, its religious identity began to evolve. The Greek colonies introduced Rome to their pantheon of gods, myths, and rituals. Zeus, Hera, and Athena, names synonymous with power and intrigue, would soon find new homes in Roman temples. Before fully embracing Greek mythology, Rome was heavily influenced by the Etruscans. This mysterious civilization, whose origins are still debated, occupied northern Italy and deeply shaped Roman culture. The Etruscans introduced the Romans to concepts like augury, interpreting the will of the gods by studying bird flight patterns, and practices such as building temples. Many Etruscan deities were precursors to Roman gods. For example, Tinia, the Etruscan sky god, was a predecessor to Jupiter, the king of the Roman gods. The Etruscans laid the groundwork for Rome's religious transformation. Greek influence takes root. As Rome grew in power, its contact with Greek culture intensified. This cultural exchange reached a peak during the conquest of southern Italy, where Greek colonies like Magna Graecia thrived. Greek mythology, with its rich stories and complex pantheon, captured the Roman imagination. The Romans began adapting Greek gods to fit their own beliefs. Zeus, the Greek god of the sky, became Jupiter, the Roman king of gods. Hera, the goddess of marriage, became Juno. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, became Minerva. However, these weren't simple copy-paste conversions. The Romans reimagined these deities, imbuing them with qualities that aligned with Roman values and society, adapting the pantheon. While the Greeks saw their gods as flawed and human-like, the Romans viewed their deities as symbols of virtue and power. Jupiter was not just the king of gods, but also a guardian of justice. Mars, derived from the Greek Ares, was transformed into a god of war who symbolized military discipline rather than chaos. Venus, originally Aphrodite, became the mother of Rome through her son Aeneas, the mythical founder of the city. Even minor gods found places in the Roman pantheon. Hades became Pluto, not just a ruler of the underworld, but also a god of wealth, symbolizing the riches beneath the earth. Religious practices. Adopting Greek gods also meant incorporating Greek religious practices. Temples were built, festivals were held, and myths were retold with Roman twists. The Romans excelled in organizing their religion, assigning each god a specific role in their pantheon. Priests known as pontifices and vestal virgins maintained rituals to ensure the gods' favour. The Romans believed that their success as a civilization depended on their relationship with the divine. This belief system, called Pax Deorum, or Peace of the Gods, drove their devotion, syncretism, and beyond. As Rome expanded, it encountered new cultures with their own gods and religious practices. The Romans, rather than suppressing these religions, often absorbed them. This practice of syncretism allowed them to integrate foreign deities into their own pantheon. This open approach to religion helped Rome maintain control over its vast empire. It also enriched their mythology, making it a mosaic of diverse beliefs. The end of the Roman pantheon. The Roman pantheon thrived for centuries but began to decline with the rise of Christianity. By the 4th century CE, Emperor Constantine had converted to Christianity, and the Edict of Milan legalized the new faith. By the end of the century, Emperor Theodosius I made Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire. Pagan temples were closed, and the gods of the Roman pantheon faded into history. Though the Roman pantheon no longer commands temples or sacrifices, its legacy endures. Roman gods live on in art, literature, and even the names of planets in our solar system. The story of how Rome adopted Greek gods is more than just a tale of cultural borrowing. It's a reflection of Rome's genius for adaptation, a quality that made it one of the greatest civilizations in history. This is the enduring legacy of the Roman pantheon and its gods, a reminder of how cultures evolve and inspire one another across the ages.